The enterprise networking landscape is shifting, shaped by advances in AI, new cybersecurity threats, edge computing, and the growing influence of meta-cloud environments. Traditional approaches are no longer enough, and organizations risk being left behind if they don't adapt. To unpack what this dynamic networking era means, how businesses can future-proof their networks, and iOCO's role in enabling this transformation, I'm joined by Wimpie van Rensburg, Business Executive, Enterprise Technology Solutions. Wimpie, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you for the opportunity, Gary.
Wimpie, how would you describe the current state of networking in the enterprise space, and what are the major drivers, shaping it at the moment?
Enterprise networks are constantly changing. There's many trends impacting on it. Some of the major trends that I see is AI adoption, meta-cloud environments, significant new security, cyber threats, and edge computing. And each of these impact on how networks should be designed and managed.
So what impact is this evolving environment? And you mentioned AI. I can just imagine what impact is that having on businesses, and where does AI appear to be bringing the most transformation?
It's quite interesting. AI firstly increases a lot of complexity on a network infrastructure, which requires a new architecture with massive amount of bandwidth, as well as very low latency. But it also enables organizations to take a new approach in how they design and manage and operate networks. We're even seeing engineers use these generative tools to design networks, also to create configurations for networks, and then also to, in real time, troubleshoot networks that may have challenges.
Now, you've spoken about this dynamic networking era. Can you explain what this means and why is it important?
Yeah, because of all of these trends, networks need to react very quickly in real time to new business needs. So let's take an example of where an organization may be launching a new cloud-based system. Within weeks and even days, the network must adapt just as quickly and not in months that it historically did.
So how can businesses then practically achieve what is called this truly dynamic enterprise networking environment?
Well, I would say that they need to start engaging with service providers like iOCO today, so that we can assess their environments for the readiness of adopting these technologies like cloud and AI. And we then develop a customized roadmap for them to achieve that dynamic network infrastructure.
What is iOCO's value proposition? Let's quickly give you the opportunity to do a bit of punting for the organization when it comes to enterprises looking to implement such a network, because it's on everybody's, probably on everybody's agenda at the moment. But what is it that's the value proposition for enterprises looking to implement such a network?
Well, we enable organizations to step-by-step move towards a dynamic network infrastructure. They can move from old legacy MPLS infrastructures to SD-WAN. They can start implementing zero-trust frameworks, embed AI into security management, threat detection, management of the network. They don't need to do this big bang. It's a step-by-step approach that we go with them on that journey.
And finally, Wimpie, what key messages would you leave business leaders and business organizations watching this interview now saying, what are the steps, and these things are concerning my organization? What is it that you tell potential clients, even existing clients, and clients constantly innovating in this space about this kind of environment and what the most urgent issues are to look at going forward?
The main thing I would want to say to them is that the time to act is now, and that they should remember networks that supported yesterday's requirements will become the bottleneck of tomorrow. While if they act now and start transforming their environments, that they will gain a significant competitive advantage through a more secure, agile, and cost-effective environment. And that they should ensure that their networks support this transformation rather than holding them back.
Well, Sounds like they'll be in good hands. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
That was Business Executive, Enterprise Technology Solutions, Wimpie van Rensburg. Stay tuned for more business insights after this.